rate maintained is quite good, close to 7 runs. And the asking rate, which is little over 8, is also very gettable. Going into the last 5 to 10 overs, if you have wickets in hand. What India has done extremely well is look at those follow wickets. They kept knocking batters over. No partnership at all. Maybe third wicket and the fourth wicket. They were brief, but nowhere close to those massive partnerships that India built. The opening partnership and then Gaikwad and Varma. It's been a wonderful outing for the Indian A team, this final.
And Tilak Varma and his team, they have played some quality cricket, positive cricket all throughout the tournament. $191 on the board, 14-run partnership so far between these two batters. The singles wouldn't really hurt the Indians at this stage. Four singles coming off this over. The required run rate will keep going up. And the two batters will continue to milk the singles around. But it all started with the two Indian opening batters. The explosive start that they got during the power play. That really put Sri Lanka on the back foot. Yes, they managed to drag things a little bit during the latter part of the innings, but Anukul Roy once again pulling things off in style. That's a loud appeal. Turned down by the umpire. 28 overs done. 192 for 6.
Scenes and some lovely places in Dambulla and roundabout. So much of history, so much of culture, and anyone watching and never toured Sri Lanka, I think this is another reason why you should consider coming to Sri Lanka, as there are some absolutely breathtaking places coupled with history and so much of stories, so much to learn. And it is time for some drinks with Sri Lanka on 192 for 6. $192 for 6. That's where Sri Lanka is. The two V's are batting out there. Vanuja and VS. Tulat Samudija, Mohammad Shiraz and Kukudas Mathulan to come. Not much batting credentials they have. Sri Lanka are with the uphill task in Indian bowling. Yash Thakur the pick. 31 for 3. A wicket for Ashok, a wicket for Vipraj, and a wicket for Varma. So, Santosh, just a matter of time. It's the initiative we would look at because it's a daunting task. And I like the way this guy went about. He's expensive, but he can really bowl quick.
Yeah, Sri Lanka chasing 377. They didn't start as well as they would have liked. These are the wickets. Avishka Fernando, the first to fall. And Innocent Dickwell got a start and then got out. And Nuan Fernando as well got a start, got out, not really going on to get a big one. Sadira Samarik got to his 50. And then a rather soft dismissal. Ravindra Fernando played a couple of big shots and then hit one straight to the short extra cover fielder. So Sri Lanka 192, 93 now for 6. Like you mentioned, Kosa, an uphill task now. It's a matter of time for India to finish things off.
That's how Sahan Archie gave us dismiss. Tilak Varma. Look how happy he is. Manuja Sahan, he can bat, but 22 overs. 22 overs to get 180 runs is still, equation-wise, gettable. But you need to have batters to do that. And this man, very soon, is trying to castle somebody.
Yeah, the last pair for Sri Lanka. The next batters to follow, not known for their batting, but India A. Credit to them, Khosla lost the toss for the 5th time, but they were happy to bat first. They defended in all 5 games, got the start they needed from Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Down the leg will be called a wide, yes. Got the start from Suryavanshi, and ever since then, Khosla, it has just been India all the way.
Yeah, it's been one-way traffic, isn't it? After they made 370, 140 runs in the power play. It always sets up for a big total. I thought Sri Lanka pulled it back at a certain time, but again, that last over from Mathulan, going for over 20. You see, little scores just puts you off. That's very well fielded. Look at the commitment still from the Indians. Because if it's 345 to 350, Sri Lanka will feel okay, 350. But once you get to the 370, that's the psychological part that comes into the mind, and then you feel that you need to start at around 8 runs and over. That's what the Sri Lankan openers tried to do. Yash Thakur was good, and the ball with the slip to Avishka Fernando, that was something surprising to me. Yes, Khan can hold the bat, but how long can he do this?
Well, India, they have their plans against every single batter of Sri Lanka. They won one, lost one against Sri Lanka in this series. They knew exactly what the bowlers had to do to get the wickets in this chase, and they executed it to perfection. I thought Yash Thakur was brilliant with the new ball, getting 3 wickets inside the power play, setting the tone for his team, and making sure that the top order is sent back to the dressing room, exposing that middle order. So just brilliant stuff from Yash Thakur. Sri Lanka 197 for 6 at the end of the 29th over.
$197 for 6. We're just joining this coverage, maybe after a relaxing Sunday or a busy Sunday. Because sometimes Sunday tends to be a much busier day than a weekday with all the household chores that you need to do. So you're just getting into the ground or just switching on your television or logging on to us from whichever part of the world you are. It's good evening here in Dambulla. And we're seeing a change in the bowling. It's going to be the left arm spin of Anukul Roy, who's going to come in. He's been good in this. He's picked up wickets in this series. This is the Tri-Series A-Team Final. Starts off with a long hop, and Vanujasan will put that away for a boundary.
Yeah, short ball. Not a great start from Anukul Roy. The left-handed Vanujasan. He's been out there for quite some time. Spent 28 balls at the wicket right now. He's seen the ball pretty well. A drag down from Anukul Roy, and Vanujasan just smashes that to the boundary.
Yeah, rank bad ball. Beautifully put away by Vanujasan. And coming back, Sri Lanka won the toss. They asked the Indian A team to bat. Oh, was there bat on that? Yeah, it's been given as singles, is it? Those runs. And India posted 377 in their allotted 50 overs for a loss of 7 wickets. 5 of Suryavansh really took on the Sri Lankan bowlers when he made a top score of 90. Tilak Verma chipped in with 50. And there were a lot of starts for a lot of batters. And Sijge, Anukul Roy had a brilliant last over against Mathalan, and they ended up at 377. In reply, this is what you see. Sri Lanka has made 203, but they've lost 6 wickets. They're into the 30th over. A half century for Samara Vikram being the only highlight of the innings. Yash Thakur, on the other hand, has picked up 3 wickets for the Indian A team. And at the moment, they're on the driving seat. Sri Lanka needs another 174 from the remaining 20.2 overs.
Yeah, it's India's game now. Yes, Kanan Manager. They got a small 27-run partnership going on for Sri Lanka, but it's not going to be enough for Sri Lanka. They need a lot of boundaries right now, but they've not got any batting remaining. All the batters back in the dressing room. Sadir Samarigo, he looked good. He looked like he was well on course to get a big knock and maybe help Sri Lanka get close to that total, but just as he scored his 50, he had to depart. So 8 runs off that over. Sri Lanka 205 for 6.
थोड़ा तेज करना पड़ेगा बारिश का है और अच्छा डिस्टेंस बाउंड्री को खत्म होगा
Equation never, between runs and balls, never got below that 50 mark at any point. So this is beautiful, isn't it? Yes, can't. He can hold the bat, but this is definitely out of his credentials. Ashok Sharma is into his 7th over? 9th over. Oh, that's an interesting shot. The uppercut. Just a couple only.
how was that
Direct hit.
A smart operator. Vanujasan, he was waiting for that shorter ball. He was ready to help it over the keeper's head, but didn't get enough bat on it. It was a deep third and a deep fine as well, but managed to get 2 runs. So He's accumulating on his runs, Kosala. He's being smarter. Yes, the chase remains a long shot for Sri Lanka, but this partnership has definitely restored a measure of respectability for Sri Lanka. A slow ball, change of pace, push towards the deep cover boundary, will get a single. Anuja moves into the 30s.
Now this is something beautiful. Listen to the beautiful lush green paddy fields. It's almost ready for harvesting. Look at the beautiful side. Look at to me, it's like a sculpture or a painting done by a great artist. Oh, now you see the pace of Ashok Sharma, because you can see that V.S. Khan got that vibration in that bat.
Yeah, that was quick. You'll never expect a beamer from a quick bowler, especially at this level.
Well, there you go. This is what we were talking about. The beautiful green paddy cultivation here in Dambulla. Should be a white. He was trying to roll his fingers on that. Ravindra Vimalasiri. Wonderful cricketer during his days. That's the white that we're talking. A law enforcement officer in Sri Lanka, works with the police. Played his cricket for the police. Oh, yes, Khan launches into that one. And he will get a boundary. That stood up for V.S. Khan.
I was waiting for that short or length. V.S. Kant, he knew that was coming. And he was ready to just pull it over the short mid-wicket fielder. He gets a boundary. V.S. Kant is looking good out there. Building a partnership here, but like I mentioned earlier, it's a long shot at this chase. But these two batters are definitely accumulating on the runs.
That will run away to the boundary. Luck on V.S. Khan. Vijay Khan. He will move it to 20 with the boundary. It's also the end of the over. $160 from 114, 8.42. Yash Thakur, 3 for 31. We've had a couple of 5-wicket hauls in this series. Abdullah of Afghanistan A picked up 5 wickets. Suraj Chamudita picked up 5 wickets. Anuj Sahan. Where's Vijay Khan? He's got 20. 32 Anuj Sahan. They'll go through for a quick single. Was there a direct hit? But I feel the batsman is in.
Yeah, it was comfortably in. V.S. Kant batting well out there. Definitely the Sri Lanka A, they have shown some resilience out there, but India have dictated the terms of the game since ball one. It's Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Priyansharya came out to bat. Now dominate with the ball. Yash Thakur has got opportunity to get a 5 as well. 3 for 33 already. Just a couple of more wickets. He's in a big final, a big game. He raises his hand up. Does the job for his captain. Does the job for his team. Got 3 very big breakthroughs. Got the 2 openers at the very start, sending them back into the dressing room. They were the informed batters for Sri Lanka. They gave starts in all 4 games Sri Lanka have played. But in the big final, in the big moment, they have failed to Yash Thakur.
Yeah, didn't come good when it was mattered, as Sri Lanka is concerned, but it did come right when it mattered for the Indian A team, especially courtesy of Vaibhav Suryavanshi, who missed out on maybe getting the fastest List A 100. But he holds the record now for the fastest List A half century, which he made of just 11 balls. Even the fastest international 50 is about 12 balls. Oh. $221 for 6. Last ball coming up of Yash Thakur's over. Anuj Sahan and V.S. Khan. The 2, the W and the W. Oh, managers to clear the infield. They'll get a boundary. That's the end of the over. It's 225 for 6. Anukul Roy will start his second over. Oh, there's a chance of a run out. A direct hit might be close, but there were a lot of yes and no's. The batters managed to make their grounds. Tilak Varma was the fielder. Yeah, it was a direct hit, but Jasan had made his ground. Two, 8 for 6, Sri Lanka. They need another 150 runs. A lot of cricket happening around the world, Iran. There's the women's T20. Santosh. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good looking shot from V.S. Khan. He'll find a boundary. Just giving indications that he can bat. Sri Lanka need more than 140. Anukul Roy dropping it short.
Yeah, these 2 batters, they put on a 50-plus run partnership here. They're giving the Sri Lankan fans something to cheer about. Definitely giving them some hope. The equation is still gettable. One of these batters needs to get a big score. And Sri Lanka will definitely be able to chase this down. But at the moment, they're just on cruise control, just milking the singles, getting the boundaries, and keeping the scoreboard ticking. Current run rate is not an issue. 7.13, but required is 8.3.
Still gettable if you have your batters and wickets in hand. Well, beautifully done. Very well done from Manu Jasan. He's not giving up. He's battling it out there still for Sri Lanka. He will move to 37. And Sri Lanka will move to 237.
Well, not going down without a fight, Sri Lanka. Manu Jasan this time going down on one knee, bisecting that gap, getting a boundary. Already 12 runs off this over. Very big over for Sri Lanka A. Is this the momentum they needed? These two batters are we going to witness a Dambulla miracle, Kosala? Again, he goes for that. This time gets a single. So big over for Sri Lanka. 30 runs off it. Sri Lanka 2-3-8 for 6.
Area of Dambulla, the famous Dambulla cave temples. Another very rare sight that you will see. A lot of foreigners, a lot of people come to this cave temple to witness these heritage sites of Sri Lanka. Yash Thakur has been given the ball. And Manu Jasan, he's made 32, so 39 rather. Viaskan's made 32. The positive that Sri Lanka can take from this is that even Viaskan and Manuja can create a problem to the opposition bowlers. Oh, beautifully done from Viaskan Vijay Khan. It was like a ballet dancer.
Yeah, Viaskan turning things on here. He's got boundary after boundary in the last few overs. Bouncer this time, controlling it into the gap. That's elegance from Viaskan. He's definitely proving himself out there with the bat in hand. Yash Thakur going for the short ball and Viaskan controlling it nicely to the gap. He picks up another boundary, moves on to 36. And the Sri Lankan fans have some hope.
Well, I thought these two batters have batted extremely well. 243. This partnership is 66 of 49.
Yeah, timely partnership. One that Sri Lanka needed the most. Definitely showing their standards. The high standards that they take pride on. Viaskan too. Manu Jasan as well. Showing the quality and caliber of the players they are. Not just as bowlers, but as batters as well. Under pressure against a very good bowling attack. So the equation 135 just off 99 balls. Still gettable.
Yeah, this should batted very well. 37 and 39. Now, US's innings is under runner ball. Manuja's innings is almost runner ball.
Yeah, absolutely. A very good partnership. Viaskan 37 of just 28 balls. Definitely can handle the bat. He can hit the big shots as well. Spent enough time at the crease today. Got himself in. And now just milking the runs.
For a moment, we thought that Vanujasan had got an inside edge and it ricocheted back onto the stumps, but he lives another day. Last ball coming up of this over. Yash Thakur to Vanujasan. He's made 39. Last ball coming up. Oh, very nicely done. Very neatly done. Single to end the over. 245 for 6 after 34.
So 34 was done, and now they'll just play with one ball. Tilak Verma, he needs to select which ball he needs.
You wouldn't mind anything, isn't it? 68 partnership of 53 balls. Anukul Roy. He's been expensive. 2 overs, none for 21. This is a section of the crowd that's coming to watch the match. They'll be disappointed the way the Sri Lankans have gone about this game. But nothing to take away from the Indian batting, Santosh. To play a Vaibhav really started things underway. It's going around the wicket now to Vanujasan. He's more than a capable bat, Vanujasan. Play for St. Peters.
Indeed, he captained St. Peters as well. Good player, good all-round, genuine all-rounder. To play up the tournament in the recently concluded domestic 3-day tournament as well. Got a couple of hundreds. The fans, they've got something to cheer about now with these two batters out there. They are pushed for a single. VS Khan moves on to 38. A very, very good partnership for Sri Lanka. 131 is what they need. It's not out of grabs. They can get to that score. One of these batters, they need to go big. And that's Vanujasan who can play the big game. Short pull, that's in the gap. We'll get a single down to square leg.
Yeah, it's just a drag on now. Indians unable to make the breakthrough. Well, nothing seems to be going India's way right now. These two batted very well. But he works it away. But still, no run. End of the over. 248 for 6.
That's the partnership. 71 runs of 59 deliveries. These two batters have given Sri Lanka some hope. Vanujasan contributing 31 runs. VS Khan 38 runs. So they have given some hope for the Sri Lankans. But it's still a long way. 130 more runs required. 90 deliveries left. Well, if they had enough wickets in hand, maybe 6 wickets in hand, it would have been very interesting. It's just that they have 4 wickets in hand. Or driven beautifully. Should be at least a couple of runs. Good pickup and a throw.
Good evening, Iran. I reckon, yes, like you mentioned, wickets in hand in the last 15 overs. We'll have a game in our hands, but this partnership is the last recognized batters for the Sri Lanka batting lineup, with the 3 fast bowlers to come in next: Shiraz, Mathulan, and then Dulad Samudita. When Sri Lanka needs something close to 9 runs and over, it's not going to be easy. But some hope coming in with this partnership. Has given some life, 250 on board. Manajasan has been a tremendous all-rounder alongside Vias Khan, the 2 spinners in the side. See, current run rate is 7 runs and over. Fans still having the hope, desperately watching this game here in Tamula, coming in numbers. Flicked off his pads nicely. See, Iran, how good this the surface has become. When even the batters at number 8, number 7, the lower order gets runs, and the bowlers have struggled unless a batter plays a false stroke on this surface.
Yeah, it has been a very good surface to bat on. The fans enjoying themselves. The kids walked out on a Sunday evening. Probably if they were there right from the word go, they definitely had a lot of entertainment. Especially the 2 Indian opening batters got the team off to a flyer. Or slower delivery. Lucky there, VS Khan just placing it away from that short extra car fielder. Now, Rajiv, if these 2 batters can stay a little bit long, maybe 85 runs in the last 10 overs, what do you think about Sri Lanka chasing down 85 runs with 4 wickets in hand in the last 10 overs?
Yeah, the previous delivery into the pitch, the slower delivery. Vias Khan lucky not going towards the throat of that short extra cover fielder. Yes, 90 runs in the last 10 overs. Yes, but 1 wicket will expose that tail, isn't it? But that pressure, the extra fielder going off from that ring. The third power play will be a crucial factor. Then Tilak Varma will breathe a bit with 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Currently, there's only 4 fielders. So that's why batters can find those gaps. So far, this is a very good, decent partnership. Some relief for the Sri Lanka dugout and also the Sri Lanka fans.
And these 2 batters, they haven't given up. They're fighting until the very last minute. This is great. Great to see the fighting spirit coming out. As you did mention, Rajiva, if these 2 batters can, hang out maybe until the 40th over, but it's going to be very crucial. Let's come back to that point in the next over. 36 overs done, 2, 5, 3 for 6, and the players will take a drink. turning in towards the left-hand batter. I'm still happy to play it off.
At one stage, things would have been shut down for Sri Lanka A, 177 for 6, but these two batters stood up with his partnership 66 balls only. Of 76 for the 7th wicket stand.
Stop it.
Yes, Anukul Roy, touch expensive today. But he's a very experienced bowler, experienced campaigner. This is where the experience comes in, Iran, when the opponent team needs to get 9 runs and over, and you bowl a couple of dot deliveries. Now it brings more pressure to the batters. They need a boundary every single over if you're targeting 9 runs and over. See, those indipers bowling through with the arm, no turn, bowling stump to stump. Yes, he's expensive, but he's a very accurate left arm spinner.
Going across the line, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he has a chance and he will grab it. Well, finally, the Indians will celebrate. That's the wicket they were looking for. I'm not sure whether it should have been V.S. Kant who should have gone against Anukul Roy.
Trying to go for a slog sweep. Top edge there. No enough firepower. And a comfortable catch for Vaibhav Suryavanshi. V.S. Kant pass for 39. 7th wicket down. Sri Lanka A, 254.
चल बंद कर दे.
The new man walks out to the middle, Mohammad Shiraz. Well, a very tough ask.
Hello guys.
The right-hand batter. Lots of pressure now on the Sri Lankan batters. A long way to go with 3 wickets in hand. It has been a very good over. Just the 1 run conceded so far. Very watchful, very defensive. Just 1 run and a wicket so far in this over.
One good ball here, guys. Come on.
124 runs required. "37 overs done. 2-5-4 for 7. Deliveries now. The required run rate 9.54. Well, let's take a quick look at the previous wicket again.
And that's a pressure shot. A quiet over, and then Wanjo Sahan trying to go for the slog sweep. Holding down at Vaibhav Suryavanshi throat there. Good catch. That's accuracy in bowling. I was waiting for it when he bowled those couple of deliveries, the dot deliveries. It gives pressure, a lot of pressure to the batters when the pair looks for boundaries in every single over with 9 runs. The required run rate climbing up. Sri Lanka needs boundaries in every single over.
Quick single. Mohammad Shiraz. Rightly, he needs to get Wanuja Sahan on strike. Sri Lanka are trying to at least get closer to this total. They need Wanuja Sahan on strike. Sri Lankan fans, as always, they used to be supporting their team, coming out. Tambula being a nice area for cricketing fans, plenty. They're walking in numbers.
And that's that number 31, Rutraj Gaikwad. There you see, that's the Chennai Super Kings t-shirt, number 31. That's a strong supporter. Oh, with that couple, that's the half century for Wanuja Sahan. A great knock, under pressure coming in. Number 7 batter. The top order is failing. He stood up nicely. A 55 ball knock. Much needed for Sri Lanka A, but a lot more. It has to be a lot more from his bat. Just the 4 boundaries.
Yeah, great knock under pressure. He has stood up to the occasion. Unfortunately, losing the wicket of V.S. Khan at the wrong time, because they both were looking very good. Oh, Yorker. No ball. Well. Wanuja Sahan will get a chance to throw the kitchen sink at Shetke.
Yeah, clearly. That's a big one. That's a big no ball from Shurian Shetke. The field will not change. So there's a deep point. 3 fielders on the leg side. I feel it's into the pitch. Oh, it's the full toss. Trying to go for the Yorker, but comfortable. Just a single. He gets away with it. Suryan Shetke.
The last 30 deliveries, that's the problem. 22 runs and a wicket. The young kids enjoying themselves. They wouldn't really mind who wins here. They're enjoying the game. Passionate young kids out there.
Yeah, definitely. That's because both teams have a lot of stars around. Coming here to Dambulla to witness this game, to have a closer look at the young stars of both teams. It's a strong, nice gesture from the fans coming in. And that's a heartful thanks from everyone out here from Sri Lanka Cricket for coming out here, seated behind the hot sun, witnessing this game. Thank you very much.
Oh, he's nailing the Yorkers. He's enjoying himself. 38 overs done, 260 for 7. That's the batting card for the Sri Lankans. Well, really, none of the players going to make that big 100. Wanuja Sahan trying for the reverse sweep. Probably he needs to try and go through the line. But there are 3 fielders at deep square, like deep mid wicket and deep long on. So probably that's the reason he's trying to reverse sweep. And in fact, he gets the conventional sweep out, but just for 1 run.
Well, this is a challenge for Siraj. So what's he going to do? Is he going to get the strike? Is he going to go after the bowling? But interesting is that Anukul Roy is very good with the tail, especially the right-handers. There you see, that is what I'm talking about. Come on, Tilak Varma, get the slip in.
It's a matter of time now for India. They're trying to wrap the tail up. Grip off the surface. Mohammad Shiraz is not very comfortable.
Look at the follow-up delivery after that ball. Got some bite off the surface and then sliding through the quicker one, the slider.
Yeah, that's what he needs to be doing. Get Vanuja Sahan on strike as much as possible, because they're trying to work out something out of this. Vanuja Sahan, he needs to face as much as possible of deliveries.
Required run rate going past double figures now. There you see required run rate going past 10 runs and over. This is going and drifting away from Sri Lanka A now. 39 done, 263 for 7.
Suryan Shetty will continue with the ball in hand. Well, what a day of cricket it has been. A big final, lots of expectations, high stakes on this game. Vanuja Sahan will find the sole fielder out in the deep cover boundary.
There you see, in that area they've been seated throughout the day around. Watching a closer look at the game as well. Great support.
Oh, everyone misses it. The batter missed it. It missed the wickets and the wicket keeper as well. So 4 extra runs. Valuable runs though for Sri Lanka.
That really dipped. Only by is given that beat the keeper as well. That awkward bounce in front of him. It dipped.
With the modern day cricket, 100 runs of the last 10 overs is always something gettable. But the number of wickets, that's where it all starts for the Sri Lankans.
Yeah, Shetty pushing through now. Trying all sorts of things. The slower one, the back of the hand ones. Trying to bowl the Yorker on this occasion. There I see the leg cutter. But Suryan Shetty is a great find. A great all-rounder in T20 cricket, 50-over cricket for India. He can handle pressure, he can handle situations. Oh, slower delivery. Goes aerial. And 1 bounce for Shiraz. That's his first boundary. A foolish delivery. Bounce on it nicely over the bowler's head.
Mohammad Shiraz reading it right. Straight pass back the bowler. 1 bounce. He'll feel good. He caught it off the middle of the bat. Sri Lanka will continue. Oh, short delivery. Suryan Shetty responding, hitting it into the surface. Now look at the comparison, Rajiva. I'm pretty sure you have some comments on this.
Yeah, just 11 runs difference. But the wickets column, it matters a lot. India had bat deep. You saw Iran how Anukul Roy got 39 runs in 15 balls. The last over cost 24 runs of bowling of Mathulan. And with his 6 fours and 2 boundaries, with Vipraj Nigam also contributing with some runs. So coming at number 9, if a batter can be destructive as such, that shows the strong batting lineup. But now, Sri Lanka 7 down, almost in a similar situation. But the wickets column, it matters a lot. This was the stage India A had Tilak Varma and Suryan Shetke in middle.
And also don't forget, Rajiv, Sri Lanka managed to grab 3 wickets in a very short interval. So they got the wicket column down for the Indians as well. But the important fact was the X factor, Anukul Roy, his innings really changed things. 40 overs done, 275 for 7. And 75 runs on the board for the loss of 7 wickets. We are into the last 10 overs. The power play 3, where the fielding captain will get that liberty of having 1 extra fielder outside the 30-yard circle to make it 5 in total. A reverse sweep, but he fails to make proper connection. 103 runs required of 59 deliveries. I did mention this previously as well. If the Sri Lankans had wickets in hand, we would have had a very good game.
And there will be a lot of ifs and buts at this time frame. One might think if Sri Lanka would have restricted for 340, 330, they had a good chance. But one might say, like you mentioned, if Sri Lanka had wickets to chase down 100 runs in 10 overs. But all in all, it's the current situation right now, Iran. What matters is right now that Sri Lanka is dragging their win away from it. And India controlling things, got runs on board. Now they've taken wickets in regular intervals. Apart from that 7th wicket stand, Sri Lanka A have struggled. The middle order, the top order, 1 less batter. The all-rounders got exposed. Now the bowlers are exposed. But the singles won't do. Really, the singles will not help.
Yeah, the singles aren't going to really hurt the Indians. They have done really well. The bowlers have stood up when it really mattered, grabbing wickets at important intervals when the batters were trying to get themselves in, especially the wicket of Sadhir Samara Vikrama, the wicket of V.S. Kant. Those are big ones at crucial times. But to my surprise, I haven't seen Vanuja Sahan really going against Anukul Roy. He's not trying to drag him onto the leg side with the ball turning into him.
He's not taking a chance. A slug sweep once again into that gap. There you go. That's what we were talking about. You need a boundary every single low if you're chasing this target of 378. But I reckon Anukul Roy, in his second spell, he's been very accurate. The sweep shot, placed it nicely into that gap between mid-wicket and square leg. Some resilience, isn't it? Some resilience for Vanuja Sahan. Much needed boundary to shift things.
Well, that completes over number 41, 281 for 7. "97 runs required of 54 deliveries." Beautiful pictures as the sun is setting down here in Dambulla. Vipraj Nigam. Oh, that was a quicker one. Hurried on to Shiraz. Short. He'll place it for 1 run, getting Vanuja Sahan on strike. Shiraz is very happy to do that.
Yeah, this is another young star playing the first game. Ashok Sharma, he was very, very fiery. He's very quick, but Vipraj Nigam in this series, it's been ups and downs for me. He looked very threatful at one point, but he has gone for plenty of runs. Coming into the second spell. Oh, chance. Got a hand to it. Diving effort at backward cow point. It's Tilak Verma diving to his left there.
Yeah, Tilak Verma is a very good fielder. We did see that he grabbed a good catch. Flying Tilak Verma. Getting a little bit of fingertips. Saving 2 runs for India.
All in all, it's another very good game for Vanuja Sahan. 2 for 39, 10 overs. Oh, top edge. That's an easy dolly. I was just trying to compliment Vanuja Sahan with runs, and he has done a very good job in the game. And that's the 8th wicket, and Vanuja Sahan has to walk back slowly. It's a great fighting knock from Vanuja Sahan, but Vipraj Nigam striking at a very crucial time.
It was just a matter of time. Vanuja Sahan, he was trying to bring out the reverse sweep on multiple occasions, but hardly connected one with quiet comfort. And this time, getting a top edge. Vanuja Sahan, he departs for 62, a very well-made 62 of 69 deliveries. Sri Lanka will lose their 8th wicket. Now what's going on there? The new man walks out to the middle. Dulaj Samudida with the ball in hand. Not the kind of day that you need to be out in the field. There you go, the reverse sweep. Trying to clear the couple of fielders inside the 30-yard circle. But an easy catch for Tilak Verma. The previous one, he did miss one catch. A one-hand blinder. He was flying, but this time
Okay.
He got a dolly. Very watchful. Just a couple of wickets required now for the Indians to wrap things up. Vanuja Sahani will be very disappointed though. A great innings under pressure, trying to anchor it through. Well, he was trying to hit that out of the universe. 42 overs done, 284 for 8.
Well, this is how the Indian bowling has gone about. Yash Thakur has been the pick. 3 wickets, 2 wickets for Vipraj. 1 apiece for Varma, Ankul and Ashok. It's a matter of time for India to wrap things up. But on a whole, Santosh, what we really need to look at is what are the positives that these teams are taking from a tri-series like this? In terms of all 3 teams, the Indian A team, the Sri Lankan A team, even the Afghanistan A team, what will be the taking out of a series like this?
What is the exposure, Kosala? Especially playing against 2 top teams. You know, the players of all caliber, the standards are different. The bowlers are different, the batters are different, the conditions are different and new. So it's about getting that experience and exposure. Especially we've seen from all 3 teams the batters scoring runs. So that's one positive that you can take from this series, that all batters were amongst the runs, how they applied themselves at the centre, especially in the morning sessions when batting, with the moisture on the wicket, the slowness of the wicket, how they built an inning. Avishka Fernando for Sri Lanka, Ruturaj Gaikwad, the Afghanistan escape Imran Mir as well. So those are a few names to mention, how they've gone about their batting in this. So it's about a learning curve for all 3 teams.
And also, if you really look, any standout player that you would want to mention from this, this is another view of the beauty here in Dambulla. That's another side of this lake. This is well, there is a loud shout, but that will be the end of the over. It's 286 for 8.
अरे इसे शॉर्ट माइक देखो भाई रहा है ये दोनों क्या बच जाएगा क्या फायदा हम करना उसको कर ले ले
Yeah. It's not about the equation now. It's not about the run rate. It's about the initiative. How quickly India can wrap this thing up. Dulaj is just 1. Shiraz has made 10. And Vipraj will look to try and finish things off. But if you look at the standout players in this series, Avishka Fernando for Sri Lanka, obviously the way Vaibhav Suryavanshi played today, we see that he's got a lot to offer for Indian cricket. Now Tilak Varma is totally batted totally differently in this series on the way that he bats normally. Being a permanent member of the T20. Well, this time Siraj tries to be a little bit aggressive, but it's just a single. If you take the Afghanistan team, you said Imran Mir, yes, he batted very well. But I was impressed with the two fast bowlers, Faruddin and Abdullah. They were good. They had pace with them. Safi was a good all-round in the making. And he was going for a big and Bahir looked good with the bat, and Hassan at the top. So they got a little players that will really want the selectors will want to have a closer look and keep an eye on in making future teams. And this time, Dulal Chamadida goes big and will get a maximum. I think that's what they should be doing. They should be playing some shots rather than defending.
Where did that come from, Kosala? Dulal Samudit, he was trying to play that shot a couple of times before. This time he gets it off the sweet spot of his bat. He's a very strong lad. Duraj Samudita goes over cow corner and he gets a 6.
Yeah, the ball's gone missing. That's a massive hit. Take a look at this again. There you go. He threw everything that he had into that. And how powerful was that? It's in the grass banks. We saw Vaibhav getting a big 6, but I think this is the longest that we've seen today. You can see that the standby umpire, the fourth umpire, has gone out with a bag of balls. 294 Sri Lanka, but getting to somewhere around 300, we'll feel that, okay, psychologically, there might have been things that we should have done when we were bowling, because to get to 300 is not easy. But coming back to that topic, and he tries to go again. Has he got enough? Yes, he has. He's got another 6. Dulal Chamudita with back-to-back 6ers will bring up the 300 for Sri Lanka at the end of the over. That's the comparison. You can see the orange line was dipping at one point, but that last over also making a difference. Shiraz will get a single and he'll get Dulaj on strike against the left arm. What does he do? Does he try to go big?
Yeah, I think he will. He will go at everything, Kosala, right now. 2 6s. That was a flat 6. The last ball of the last over. I think he only knows one way to go, Kosala.
Oh, he works a full toss now for a single. I thought he should have put that one away. And if you take Sri Lanka on a whole, I think they will be happy because they've identified fast bowlers like Dulal Chamudita, Mathulan. I thought they got to offer. They got potential in them. Chamika Gunasekara bowled well. And also interesting to find out who might be retained for the test side from for the 4-day games from this side that played in the ODIs, or it will be a totally different new 15 that's going to come in. So these are little things that will now start to be thinking. It starts on the 25th in Gaul. He's asking for a wide, but I thought that is okay. And he goes big, but he gets a top edge, and that will be taken. It was in the making, isn't it? India will pick up the 9th Sri Lankan wicket.
Yeah, one shot too many from Dulat Samudita. Very well bowled by Anukul Roy. Slowed it up and threw it wide outside off stump, asking the batsman to go for it. And the inexperience of Dulat Samudita succumbs to that. And Anukul Roy, he gets a wicket as well. And Dulat Samudita, after a couple of sixes, he departs for 15. Sri Lanka 303 for 9.
The last man, Mathulan, Kubidas Mathulan is in. Oh. End of the over, 45 done, 303 for 9. Vipraj Nigam, can he wrap it up here? Shiraz goes for a big one, misses completely. Well, we got the 2 4-day games, with the first one starting on the 25th in Gaul. We also have 3 ODIs that will happen, which starts tomorrow. That's against the... well, he's got a boundary. Shiraz will get another 4. With the emerging West Indian team that's come. So that starts tomorrow in Colombo. It's a short delivery and beautifully put away by Shiraz. And then the India under 19 will arrive in Sri Lanka, where they will start with the one-day match series that starts on the 4th of July, 6th and 9th, and then all this happens in Hambantota. This is the wicket of Dulad Chaudhary getting a top edge and being caught at short fine. Shiraz. But it would be interesting to see whether is Shiraz included in the 4-day team. So it's just interesting to find that out. But I feel that he's a good red ball bowler as well. Oh, that one turned. He was not sure which way it was going. This is the last wicket to fall of the Veeravilla Express. Holding out. Leading edge, but falls in no man's land. They'll pick up a single. There was a chance of a catch. There was a chance of a run. There was everything in that delivery, but nothing happens. Sri Lanka will. Now, there you go. That is a lone Sri Lankan supporter who goes all over the world to support the Sri Lankan team in whichever level of cricket they play. And if you've been to his house, he's got more souvenirs than anybody of players and T-shirts signed by various players. Another over comes to end. Sri Lanka 308 for 9. Yeah. And this time, Kugadas. Mathulan decides to try and swing one, or is it Shiraz? It's Shiraz, I suppose. Yeah. Well, they didn't take a single. Oh, solid defense.
I think he's eyeing for a big one here. Kosala is waiting for that ball to fall in his slot, in his arc, to go for a big one. There we go. To slow it up, inviting the big shot, but Shiraz not opting to go for that shot. But yes, Shiraz is in the 4-day squad for Sri Lanka against India. Maybe a vital man for Sri Lanka with the red ball. There you go. That's a shot. It's kite. And it falls in no man's land. Right in between the fielders. Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Ashok Sharma thought they were in business. But unfortunately, it falls in no man's land. Shiraz gets a couple of runs.
Quick one, Santosh. Who will be your pick for the player of the final?
Just one man, Kosala. Vaibhav Suryavanshi. 94 of 29. Record breaker. And the latest record holder. Definitely is the man of the match, man of the final.
Well, this is what Shiraz is looking at. Well, another over comes to end. 47. The way things are going, Sri Lanka might try to bat the 50 overs.
अंदर है वो ऑफिस का
311 for 9, 48th over just is about to start. And this is a top edge. And yes, that's the final nail in the coffin. India emerge victorious and the winners of the Talent TV Tri-Series, or Tri-Nation rather, ODI Series 2026. And the handshakes will come out, but we've had a wonderful 2 weeks of cricket here in Dabulla. We've seen the future stars in action, and India prove that they're a super powered team when it comes to finals.
Yeah, credit to Team India. Tilak Verma will be a happy captain. Ruturaj Gaikwad, he helped his skipper Tilak Verma throughout this series. It's been a wonderful series. We've seen some really good cricket from all three teams. And India coming out victorious. 688 runs in the final. And India take the coveted trophy.
Well, great scenes. A big congratulations to the Indian A team. They threw their heart out, bringing out the A game. A great performance altogether. Yes, they lost that first game. In fact, beg your pardon, the Sri Lankans lost their first game against the Indians. That's where the Indians started the journey victoriously. And finally, managing to finish things off in style by winning this final by 66 runs.
A clear statement from the Indian dugouts. They had a couple of upsets. Lost to Afghanistan on Duckworth Lewis. Lost to Sri Lanka A in the super over. But they've been brilliant throughout this series. Tilak Verma, he lost all 5 tosses in this series. Batted first India in all 5 games. They defended in all 5 games. And they've come out victorious. This is brilliant cricket. And nothing can be taken away from Sri Lanka as well, Iran. They've played wonderful cricket throughout this series. We did see a lot of runs, a lot of wickets, and a lot of character shown by the Sri Lankan boys as well. And in fact, the Afghanistan A team players as well. Very well led by their skipper Imran Mir.
Yeah, plenty of young prospects for the future. That's the man on screen who really put up a show this morning. Took the game away from the Sri Lankans from the word go. Absolutely sensational piece of batting. 94 runs of 29 deliveries, getting India off to a flyer. 140 runs on the board after 10 overs. That alone told a separate story. How good the Indian opening batters were against the Sri Lankans. They really dominated things and made sure that they tried to seal things off right at the start of play.
This is how Sri Lanka went about their chase. Dikwala had a blistering start, got 25. Avishka got out early. He was the big man. Nunidu as well got a start and got up. But Sadir Samaravikrama, he was classy out there until he was dismissed. He's got a 50. Sana Archika looked good, got 38. And Manujasan, he went on to score 62. He put on a very valuable partnership with VS Khan as well. He got to 39. So a lot of stars for Sri Lanka, but not a single batter to go on and get a big score. They were bowled out for 311 in 47.1 overs.
Well, with regards to the bowlers, Yash Thakur right at the top, 3 for 45. He really destroyed the top order batters, got those wickets at crucial times, hardly gave away too many runs, but he made sure that the Sri Lankan batters were pushed onto their back foot. And Vipraj Nigam, with his leg breaks, he really ran through the middle order and the latter part of the Sri Lankan innings by grabbing 3 wickets and 2 wickets for Anukul Roy as well to finish things off in 47.1 overs.
The highlights of the Sri Lankan chase. They started well. Dikwala, couple of boundaries in the first over. He went about his things, doing Dikwala things, and then that was the big wicket of Avishka Fernando that opened the doors for India A. Dikwala departed as well. Sadir Samaravikrama walked out and he played his shots as well. Play of touch and finesse. Got to his third half century of the series. Noted the Fernando as well. Batted brilliantly. Got a couple of sixers and then got caught at deep square leg. Sana Archike, another batter in form for Sri Lanka. He came out, played his shots. Got to a brisk 38 before he was dismissed. Sadir Samarik, that's the way he got to his 50. And 50 and out. And then walked in Ravindu Fernando. He played a couple of good shots, couple of boundaries. In fact, 3 boundaries. And went for a big 6. Was striking well, was looking good out there. And then he smashed this one straight to the hands of Tilak Verma. And Sana Archike, he went on about his things before he got dismissed in that manner. Tilak Verma getting his counterpart. And in walked Manujasan and VS Khan. They gave some hope for the Sri Lankan fans and something for the Sri Lankan fans to cheer. They put on a brilliant partnership. VS Khan departed for 39. A well-meant 39 from him. And Manujasan went on his merry way. He played his shots. Mohammad Shiraz played a couple of shots as well. And Manujasan got to his 50 and then got out. And Dulat Samadida had a late flurry with a couple of sixers until he skied one and got caught at the man at 45. And that's how things ended for Sri Lanka. Mohammad Shiraz getting dismissed by Vipraj Nigam. Got his 3rd wicket and Sri Lanka were pulled out for 311.
Yeah, those are the final handshakes between the two teams. Let's take a quick look at the match summary then. It was a big game, a crucial game here at the Ranjit Dambul International Cricket Stadium. India, batting first, managed to put 377 runs on the board for the loss of 9 wickets. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, the superstar performance right at the top, 94 of 29, which really took the game away from the Sri Lankans. Mathulan, Ravindu and Vanuja managing to grab 2 wickets apiece, and in reply, Sri Lanka being bowled out for 311 in 47.1 overs. Vanuja being the highest scorer by scoring 62 runs, and Yash alongside Vipraj Nigam managing to grab 3 wickets apiece. Right, then we'll take a short break, and when we are back, it'll be the presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a wonderful final in this Talent TV A-Team Tri-Nation Series. We've had almost 700 runs in this game, and congratulations to India A on winning quite comprehensively by 66 runs, beating Sri Lanka A in the final. Let me start off by thanking both the Board of Control of Cricket, BCCI, and Afghanistan Cricket Board for their support. Also Sri Lanka Cricket for their planning and efforts in organizing this tour. And ThinkCube, the event's right partner, for their support. And of course our broadcast partners, Talent TV, Sony Pictures Network, India. And we are privileged indeed to have our presentation party, the chairman of selectors, Mr. Kapila Vijay Gunawardana, and our match referee, Mr. Pradeep Jayaprakash. Welcome, gentlemen. And let's start off with the player of the match. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a breathtaking innings, an innings constructed in just 29 balls, 10 fours and 8 sixers, and it was wonderful to watch, and it is Vaibhav Suryavanshi. And what an innings by Vaibhav Suryavanshi today. Just set the world on fire, just took the game away from Sri Lanka. And let's have a quick chat, Vaibhav. You coming? Okay, right. Congratulations. It was a brilliant knock. You like to talk about it. What was going through your mind when you went out there?
कुछ नहीं, बस कुछ सोचा नहीं था, बस ट्राई कर रहा था कि जो पहले 10 ओवर है उसमें जो भी प्लान किया एग्जीक्यूट करूं और जो मेरा गेम है उसको बैक करूं.
There's not much going in his mind. He said he wanted to take his own time and thought of playing the first 10 overs first and then take it forward from there.
So coming here, there was so much of focus on you and everyone's expecting you to perform the way you did today. Were you under pressure coming into this, or it was you had no problem at all?
नहीं, प्रेशर कुछ नहीं था, बस वही था, थोड़ा ट्राई कर रहा था मैं, जो वो एग्जीक्यूट नहीं हो रहा था प्लान. फिर मैंने कोचेस से बात करी, फिर प्रैक्टिस में उस चीज़ पे काम किया, तो आज वो प्लान एग्जीक्यूट हुआ, रिजल्ट अपने आप आया.
He's saying there was no such pressure, but the plans that he had in mind, he was having difficulties to execute it. But in consultation with the coaches, he was able to put them on.
Obviously, you've been so good at the T20 format. You don't play 50-over format too much. Anything that you've learned from this series?
हाँ मतलब सीखने को काफी कुछ मिला बट मैं 50 ओवर्स काफी खेल चुका हूँ पता नहीं लोगों को नहीं मालूम लगता है बट हाँ डिफरेंट कंडीशन डिफरेंट पिचेस पे थोड़ा अलग लगा खेलने को बट मजा आया और अच्छा रहा सीरीज भी
So basically, what he's saying is, he 50-over format is not new to him. He's been playing 50 overs format since his childhood. But the challenge was the different conditions that Sri Lanka had to offer, and which he felt was pretty good to take it on.
I think it was magnificent today. Well done. Congratulations and thank you for the entertainment and all the best.
Thank you.
Right, that is our player of the match. And what an innings from Vaibhav Suryavanshi. And let me quickly talk to the Sri Lankan captain, Sahana Ratchike. Sahan, it was a great game. It was a really good fight from you guys. But where did it go wrong for you?
After Suryavanshi played a brilliant inning, and after we managed the inning, but last 2 overs again went for the India. I think that's a turning point.
Is it right if I tell you that the bowlers looked a little bit rattled under the Suryavanshi onslaught?
Yes, after he scored in a brilliant inning in the power play, we didn't have a chance at that time. But after that, we managed, and after that 2 overs, we lost the game.
Yeah, just looking at the way you guys batted and looking at the way the surface played, I mean, at the end, just 66 runs with the top order not firing. How disappointed are you that you got players getting a start but not going on and making it big, especially with the experience you guys carry?
It's happening like when we chasing a big score. Unfortunately, we lost the game. When you are chasing a big score, it's happened.
Yeah, you did brilliantly well as captain and player. Any positives that you like to talk about?
Yes, a lot of young boys played very well, and also for the senior players, good tournament to score. So I think overall for everyone, this is a good tournament.
Bad luck today, but very well done.
Thank you.
Right, that's the Sri Lankan captain, and now it's time for me to invite the Indian captain, Tilak Varma, who will first talk to us, and then you can collect your trophy. And congratulations, Tilak. You'll be very, very pleased with the way you guys played in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone has shown real character in this tournament, especially when we lost against Afghanistan and Sri Lanka back-to-back games. And from there, winning with a large margin and showing that attitude on the field was tremendous.
Yeah, can I ask you, what's the secret? I mean, the way you guys adjust and adapt, I mean, the way you change your gears, and is it the experience that you guys have at home, back home, or it's simply what is being taught?
Definitely, everyone has played domestic games in their own state, so everyone has the experience, and just a matter of a moment and planning just before coming to the game. If you see the way we play in the power play and in between 10 to 40, and again we'll just accelerate and again we go on, because we know we have got good big hitters in the death, and how Vaibhav and Arya has opened the game, so we know that in between there. We want that partnership, and that has been in our way.
Yeah, there's always, there's always opportunity to learn. Now, what have you learned as a team from this tournament?
Honestly, we say batting was really up on the mark, but slightly disappointing with the bowling. But if you see, we have got very good bowling attack. But it happens in one-out series. But you know how talented everyone is. So we haven't up on the mark in the bowling. But end of the day, the results matters. So when you are in the winning side, then it's good. But at the same point, there is a lot of learnings in the bowling as well.
You guys were brilliant, and thank you for the entertainment. All of us enjoyed your guys' cricket. Collect the winner's trophy from the chairman of selectors.
Thank you.
Mr. Kapila Vijaygunawardena.
Thank you.
The immense trophy is collected, even TV, shall I say talent TV, I beg your pardon, collected by the A-team captain, Tilak Varma, from the chairman of selectors, Mr. Kapila Vijaygunawardena, and that concludes our post-match presentation.
Thank you very much, Roshan. Yes, what a win for India A. And coming out here, scoring 377 runs after losing the toss. And what a star. He's breaking records wherever he goes. Vaibhav Suryavanshi at a big stage, a big final, big game. Fastest list day half century in just 11 deliveries, 5 fours and 5 sixers. Just a single dot ball in his 11 ball half century. That really set the tone for India A to go for a mammoth score of 377 runs in their 50 overs. And India A winning this game with a big margin of 66 runs. It was a great achievement, team effort from India A, and also with the experience, just like Tilak Verma said, and all the players getting that exposure in the domestic format, playing in big stage. It's in top competitive cricket. So great win for India A. Lot of positives to take from here. As you see, that's the moments, the champions of this Talent TV A Team Tri-Nation One Day Series 2020.